So today I'm going to be making a blind contour drawing with you, and I love blind contour drawings because of the fact that it just really feels like, to me, it's very experimental and it's very fun, and I love doing them because it can help me to see better, just really to focus on what I'm drawing and trying not to look at the paper. Also, they get amazingly distorted. I love distortion. I think distortion is a really interesting kind of art technique. When I do my contour, my blind contour especially, I like to work with pen because sometimes if I can see something after I'm done and I think, oh, maybe I should just fix that a little bit, I'm like, no, I want to really commit to what I'm doing and to be okay with that. So this is my first time trying to film a blind contour. Now normally what I want to do is just try to get the paper so that I really cannot see it. I'm not sure how to get the paper so that you can see it, but I can't see it. So I'm just going to give this my best go, but trying never to look down on my paper. I'm going to try to start right here at the corner of the eye. So I'm just locking my vision in, and I'm trying to record every little thing that I think that I'm seeing. And sometimes I get going really fast. Like sometimes when I get nervous about something, nervous for making a tutorial, or just nervous like that I'm gonna lose my place in the drawing. But I try to go slowly because I think that that's when contour gets really interesting. That's when we start to really perfect our seeing. And it's normal when you make a blind contour drawing that there would be problems with proportion, or just that things might be like really kind of weird in your drawing because of the fact that you cannot see to be able to make up for it. So right now, I think I'm like right there, but that's probably gonna look really kind of crazy in my drawing. I'm just not, I can see just a tiny bit that my pen is on the paper, but I'm trying to make sure that I cannot see what I'm actually drawing on the page. And I love this because it feels to me kind of like when I was a kid and I used to take a Polaroid picture and I would have to wait for that Polaroid to develop. You know, I would be like, oh, what's it gonna be like? So I'm on the teeth right now. Probably gathered that part. Alright, I'm going up the cheekbone. And I see there's this beautiful little fissure in the skull. And interestingly, I'm doing this blind, but this is also kind of like a continuous contour because when I'm doing my contour drawings, sometimes it's difficult if I look too much. Wow. So it's normal to crack up when you've made a blind contour drawing. So like one of the things that I think is so interesting about this is nobody would look at this and be like, whoa, like that's the most accurate drawing I've ever seen. But what I can tell is like, oh, there were places that I really saw information. Like I've had like a little love on the inside of the nose, or I saw these different facets inside the eye socket. And actually, you know, I started really getting into like what are, you know, those back teeth like as opposed to the front teeth. Now, I think that if I had done this really well, I would have slowed down even a little bit more. I get a little nervous when I'm doing tutorials because of the fact that I've never done things where I'm filming myself before. But, so, And I love to label them too. This helps our friends and family when they look, they're like, what happened there? So if you make a weird drawing, you've done your contour right. The last thing that I'm going to tell you about this is that the first time I ever did a contour drawing, I cheated. I cheated like crazy because I wanted so badly to make a really good looking drawing. It was really important to me because I thought that if I was a good artist, I would make good drawings. And I've come a long way since then in terms of my understanding that to be a good artist, I have to be able to allow myself to experiment, and I have to allow myself to make weird drawings, maybe even bad drawings, in order to gain like a better understanding of what I'm doing.